How's it going, guys? Today is June 22nd, 2:07 p.m. here on the East Coast. As you can probably notice, I did shave my face. Got an urge to do it yesterday, so I did it. Um, but I did have some important vlogs to put out there, and then I just came up with recently after listening to some motivational type of speakers. I also appreciate the ones that are taking notice of me. I'm actually going to start tagging them on Twitter whenever I do publish my videos there, because they're quite a big movement. It's called Motiversity. Um, is the name of the group or person? I haven't quite figured that out yet. But maybe we can do a collaboration, or maybe they can use some of my information getting, into putting into the video. So with that, oh, and a quick note, I did do really well on the leadership course that I just finished in at my university. Um, and by really well, I mean I got an A in the class, and the only way to do that is to get 100% in the class. So I got 100% on every individual piece of work that I did, on top of the exams and midterms that I took. So I'm pretty proud of that, and just wanted to let you guys know that it did require some commitment for myself, and some appreciation of my work as well. I did use some of the vlogs um, as a portion of my final, because we had to do like some community service type of activity, and they allowed me to use my vlogs as that activity to put towards my final grade. So I appreciate that from the instructor's perspective, and it also did require some hard work and determination to get there. But I did want to make you guys aware of that it is possible. But this first vlog will be titled "Changing is a Full-Time Job." I wholeheartedly believe that. In order to want to change other people, that's very difficult in its own. And trying to mentor people is trying to help them make that change. But trying to change yourself is also a full-time job. And what I mean by that is, whenever you want to make changes in your life, you're upset with your current conditions, and you want to take on some new drastic changes, it requires a certain level of attention, and requires a certain level of commitment that you have to make in order to make that change possible, make it feasible, make it realistic. And embarking on that endeavor to change whatever perspective that you're trying to change really requires a lot of time, and that's why I say that changing yourself is a full-time job. Changing other people can be hard as well, but if you're trying to um, just change yourself to better yourself in a different aspect, it requires a lot of commitment. It requires a lot of focus, a lot of energy in order to do that. But once you can master that energy, master that focus, it really becomes effortless. It does require uh, once you have like a routine set in place in order to get to where you want to go, you start building the steps to get there. It really does become a lot easier as time progresses, because you become used to the new version of yourself, um, and that's just with the changes that you made along the way. But know that changing yourself is a full-time job, and it is very difficult at times to do so. And it does require a lot of commitment from just yourself to do that. You're not necessarily trying to change other people at this point, but to try and change yourself does require a lot of commitment. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that, and I noticed that whenever I'm trying to change my circumstance, change my future, it requires a lot of time, and sometimes I'll get some back end talk from my wife in reference to being too busy sometimes, or not being focused on the family more, and I'm dying to share with her this talk as to why people will fail pursuing their passions. And she's coming up with pretty much the excuse that's used over and over again. And I don't want to neglect the importance of family here, but I do want to say that you know, and this is to cite a TED Talk that I recently watched, but you don't want to look at your family as, and I think I mentioned this before in a previous vlog, but you don't want to look at your family as your jailers. You don't want to use them as a shield to stop your progress and your passion. Is not being a good father or a great husband, and having a great career all not like a package of its own. In my opinion, in the opinion of others, is you can't be one without the other. You can't have a mediocre career and still, um, expect to have a great marriage and be a great person. I believe you have to be great in all aspects of your life to be truly great. So, with that being said, having to make those changes to get to a status that you would consider great, and now this is based on the individual, but in order for you to consider it great, it really does take some time, some effort, some wanting to change. That's the other big thing, is you truly have to want to do it and understand the why you're doing it. And as Simon Sinek, um, or, yeah, I think that's his name, said on a TED Talk, it's that people don't resonate with what you do, they resonate with why you do. The how is somewhat important, but the most important aspect is why you do what you do. And once you figure out your why it is you do what you do, and you get other people to believe in that why, the creating a following for what it is you're trying to do becomes a lot easier. Everybody knows exactly what they do, but do they know why they do it? So there's a lot of all this ties into wanting to, wanting to change for the better, for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of other people around you, and for your family. And don't be one of those people that thinks that change is just not your forte. It's everybody's forte, and everybody can change, and we all change on a daily basis. And your body changes on a daily basis, whether you realize it or not. So why not just adapt to the change and use the change to your benefit to try and get to where you want to be. So that'll be it for the first vlog for today. I hope you guys got some good information out of that. To sum it up in short though, changing is a full-time job. It's not easy. It does require a lot of time, a lot of commitment, but it's not without, it's within grasp of everybody who's watching these videos. And there's nobody who watches these videos that can't change on a time. You can change your mindset and on an instant. If you're feeling a certain depression, feeling a certain anxiety about yourself, and you want to change that mindset, put yourself in a particular place where you've been happy before, and you'll see instantly how your mind changes, and use that happiness to find other happiness. Mimic the things that go right in your life and try to replicate more of that. And you'll see that you'll end up being a much happier person and getting towards your end goals, your end results of wanting to become, wanting to change into the person you want to be. But you have to envision that. So, a lot of information in this one. I appreciate you guys watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you on the next one.